Hello, it is Friday, January the 14th. We're reading today in the Bible Genesis chapter 26 and 27, along with Mark chapter 10. I hope you've enjoyed it this morning. If you've taken some time earlier today to read this, that's great. If you haven't read quite yet, then I really encourage you to grab some time right after this video, or maybe on break at work today, or lunchtime, or after in the evening, sometime. Take some time to read those three chapters out of the Bible. We're going to be talking today about a man named Jacob. Actually, not really Jacob. I want to talk about his family and the heritage of his family. In the people of God in Israel, the patriarchs of the people of God, you have Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Those were the three that get talked about all the time: Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they would refer back to this as their forefathers, right? The ones that had paved the way for their nation: Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And if we read those three names, they kind of roll off the tongue: Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And we can talk about that a lot, but we forget how incredibly messed up this family was. The family that God chose to work through to bring his nation, his people to be. The men God chose to use to eventually bring forth his son, the Messiah, were incredibly messed up. Abraham, you've read about him. We've talked about him and how he struggled. He struggled to follow. He struggled to have faith. He got in moments of pain and panic, and he lied about his wife being his sister and had some problems in there. Go read that back in Genesis if you missed it. We have Isaac, who's really not a great dad. Not a great dad. He played favorites between his two sons. They were Jacob and Esau. He was not a great dad. He pitted them against each other. He had a favorite and the other son. It's not really the way we want to parent. And then you have Jacob, and Jacob's name meant to deceive or to be a trickster, and he lived up to it. Actually, as his father Isaac got older and later in life, he wanted to give a birthright to his oldest son, which would be Esau. But Jacob came along with the help of his mother and cooked up a plan to steal the birthright, to take it away. He tricked and deceived his father to get what he wanted. Not a great family. And Jacob's going to go on to have all these kids, and he's not really going to be a great father himself. He has all these sons, and then the 11th son he has is named Joseph. He's going to favor Joseph over all the others simply because of Joseph's mother. It's going to be a weird little turn in the family, and we see all this mess all through the family, and it actually gives me hope. It gives me hope for me, for my family, for you, or for your family, because if God can use the family line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, as messed up as they were, to bring about the Messiah who would rescue the entire world, to bring about hope through a worldwide famine with Joseph eventually. He works through these three men to do incredible good, in despite of their weaknesses, their flaws, and their failures. If God can do that, then he can certainly work through the mess of my family and your family. It means to me that there is no family that is too messed up for God to use. He's just waiting for us to surrender whatever we have. For Jacob, as you continue to read through the Old Testament with him, you'll see him come back to his brother Esau. We're going to read that next week. You'll see him come back to his brother and be reconciled. And we see Jacob begin to surrender some things. That's what it takes for us. Your family and my family are messed up. We live in a broken world, and a broken culture is what we know. But Jesus longs for us to come to him, to surrender that brokenness, and to be redeemed so he can work in us, around us, and through us. That's what he wants. So I want to encourage you that when your family feels messy, take heart, because God excels in using messy, broken people to do his good. I look forward to whatever it is God has in store for you today. And until I see you again, you are sent.